Hi, it's Lipstick Gal. Thank you so much for watching today. I wanted to do a video with the products I picked up from the Hourglass holiday release. One is their mini unlocked edit palette. It has 4 of their very favorite shades from the unlocked palette. It is in slightly different packaging this year, and I already have fingerprints all over it, but it's slightly beveled. It's got the mirrored packaging. I also picked up the lipstick set. Here's the deal. In years past, I have picked up, these larger palettes. And I did one year pick up their Strobe blush palette. I always like to get something from Hourglass from their holiday collection because I feel like the products work for me really well. They are some of my all-time favorite, if not my all-time favorite powders. These just arrived today and I was like, time to play. So I think since I already have all of my base on, I have concealer, foundation, I don't have any powder. My favorite longtime love is the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powder in Diffused Light. They don't have diffused light in here. It was in this year's larger 6-pan holiday palette, but it's like I have like 2 minis of that plus a full size. I don't need any more of that. So this right here is called Soft Light. I'm gonna find a smaller brush. I'm gonna use this little Wayne Goss number 2, and I'm gonna use this to set my face today. I feel like the ambient lighting powders are the most beautiful powders for under the eye. They never make my under eye look dry. They never make my skin look dry. This is definitely a darker powder than my favorite in diffused light. I can see as I'm continuing to put this on, it's a darker powder. That's okay, we're gonna keep going. The reason I didn't pick up the 6-pan palette this year is because I already had half of the shades they were offering. The last blush in that 6-pan palette is Mood Exposure. I've got a mini of that. They have both, I think, dim light and diffused light. Diffused light is my favorite, so I have like 3 of those. And I have dim light in each one of these palettes. I didn't really feel like it was that exciting. They did have a blush that was really beautiful, and it reminded me in shade of this blush here. This one is called Diffused Heat. It's kind of like a coral with a little soft shimmer because it has an ambient lighting powder mixed in there. And they had a highlight that I didn't have and a bronzer that I didn't have. I feel like the powders that I reach for the most happen to be their blushes and their ambient lighting powders. Those are the ones I reach for the most, which is why I have like a palette of blushes. I have singles of blushes, and I always have a full size of this because it's just the best. And so I thought if I was going to get a palette this year, I would get something that offered me products that I had never tried before. The bronzer they have in here is called Golden Bronze Light. And I don't know whether light means as in a source of light or as in light as in tone, like it's a light bronzer. The one thing that Hourglass is frequently criticized for is not being very aware of making products that are going to fit and suit everybody's skin tone. That tends to work only for people with light to medium skin tones. And it does seem a little tone deaf in our modern makeup world because there are so many more brands that will offer like a complete wide range of options. That's really pretty. But I realize, being a light-skinned person, that I'm right in their wheelhouse. Like, almost every product they make works for me. That's one of the reasons I feel like I really like Hourglass products. I love the quality of the powders. I love the skin-like glowy texture of the powders, but I don't struggle with finding things that will work for me. A lot of times, if anything, they can be a little dark, and this is beautiful. It does look like it's running a little on the warm orangish side, but not in a scary 1990s bronzer way. In a lovely, you just came in from the sun kind of way. I like that. I'm going to use a different, I have 2 Wayne Goss number 2 brushes. So this is the other one that I didn't use to set my under eye with. I'm going to use that in this blush right here. This one is called Mood Flush. I love the fact that it's kind of like a mauve toned blush. I like that a lot. I feel like in the fall and winter, these are the shades that I reach for a little bit more. I tend to reach for more peachy and pinky or peachy pink tone blushes in the spring and summer. I love Hourglass blushes with my whole heart. We're going to top it off with this highlight here. This is the highlight in Champagne Strobe Light. Oh, hello. Yes, please. Oh, so beautiful. So I'm going to take a slightly larger brush. I'm going to try and see if I can get it just in this finishing powder here. I have to like kind of pinch it to get it in there without getting it in the bronzer or the blush. And my goal is just to kind of go over my face really lightly to kind of make sure that nothing is too, like I love that glow. It felt just a little too much. Now I feel like I got rid of it too much. I want some glow. I think that's the best thing about these powders is that they play really well together, and if you use one of the ambient lighting powders as a finishing buffing powder, you get the most gorgeous look to your skin, and it can help to tone down if your blush or your bronzer or your highlight is just a little too intense. And then I took it down too much and I need a little more. I don't have any Hourglass. I do have one of their scattered light shadows, but I'm going to use what's in here on my eyes. I'm going to take this bronzer, throw it in the crease. This is my favorite easy kind of monochromatic look to do. Whatever bronzer I'm using on the face, I do on the eyes as well. Just for some fun, I'm going to hit the blush just a little bit. Kind of go center of the lid with this. For the inner corner highlight, I'm just going to use the Strobe, Champagne Strobe that's here. Oh, hello. It's time to try the lipsticks. Normally the applicator looks like this. It's a little bit different. I think a lot of it is because their collection this year is called Structure, so it has more of an architectural approach to it. This one here is in the shade At Dawn. Let's just swatch them on the back of the hand. It's more of a nude shade, and the refill that comes with it, this one's called At Dusk. Oh yes. And I think together, let's just, you know, put a little bit of one down and a little bit of the other over the top and see what they look like if you cocktail them together. This is them mixed together. I think they really work well together. I like that, but I want to try them on each separately for you. I really do like this Confession Slim lipstick formula. It's a cream formula. It lasts a long time. I only have it in their Icon Red shade, which I love. This is a beautiful nude. I definitely see myself wearing this regularly. I think it's lovely. It's nice. It has kind of a slightly thicker feeling on the lips, not in an uncomfortable and gross kind of way, like, oh, I want this on my lips. Some lipsticks feel kind of like they're too much. This one feels like it's there, like you know exactly where it is. It's creamy, it's comfortable. I never find this formula to be drying, but I only had one before this. But I am excited to have a beautiful nude shade that it's not like concealer lips nude, and it's not like a really deep, almost chocolatey brown nude, but somewhere right in the middle. This is like the perfect nude for me. I feel like you get really great precision with a little teeny tiny bullet of lipstick like this. This is a beautiful shade. This is it at full opacity. I might like blot it and take it down just a notch. Let me try that, give me a sec. Oh, I like this a little bit better. It's not quite as intense. And I feel like it, if you were to kind of, you know, blend it out a little bit or blot it down, you get a little bit more pink vibrancy to it. Do you see what I'm saying? I feel like I have a little bit more brightness to this. If you put it on really thick, it can get a little deep, which if that's what you're going for, great. But I always want just a little more punch in my lipstick. I feel like you get two really great lipsticks in this set. I think it was $48. I'll have to make sure and list the exact price for you, but I like that these are basically refills that fit into their traditional applicator, or you can, you know, swap At Dusk, At Dawn out and put it in here and take it with you. I'm so glad that the refill that came in this set actually came in this little gold packaging, because even though it's teeny tiny itty bitty, it still is their full-size lipstick. It has a cap. You can literally twist it up. You can use it. It makes it functional. Whereas if you were to get like just the refill that comes like this, you could still twist it up from the bottom, but I wouldn't put this in my purse and take it with me. I feel like having it in this gold packaging, and I don't know, do they normally come in stuff like this? I've never bought a refill before, so you'll have to let me know. For me, price-wise, getting 2 for under $50 was great. Normally, the Confession Slim is $36 when it comes like this. And what you get is the applicator, just this, and one of the lipsticks. And the refill, if you were to buy just the refill, these are $22. I like that it's refillable packaging. I do feel like it's a really small amount for the amount that you're paying for it. But I like that the packaging this year makes it possible to, you know, with the refill, you can still use this, you know, like an applicator as well. It's skinny. You might lose track of it if you were to drop it in your pocket or in your purse. I think it might be like, wait, where is it? I'd be like digging like a squirrel for it. I do like these more, you know, pointy applicators, but I feel like out of the both of these, I prefer this one more to this one. It's different. You'll know it's from the Structure collection, but I feel like it's a really beautiful product. Overall, I'm really pleased with what I got this year. There have been so many years that I've seen like a dual pack for Valentine's Day, for holiday, and I wanted to pick it up and I never did. And I feel like if you're gonna buy one of these, because normally one is $36 and there's like so little in here. If you're gonna buy, this is the time to buy it when you get 2 that coordinate together, that work together. And I feel like these are both really great everyday colors that most people could wear. I feel like if I would recommend anything to you, it would be this. This palette might be perfect for you if you don't already have the unlocked palette, because this is a mini version of that. Now, if you love bougie lipsticks, this is perfect. I am super happy with my purchases. I'm glad I didn't get the 6-pan. I'm glad I went this way. But then again, I kind of already knew what I had, and I have enough other Hourglass that I didn't really feel like I was missing out. I do feel like if you are new to Hourglass, one of their larger palettes like this, here's the other one, is a great way to start, because you get a bronzer, blush, a highlight, you get finishing powders, you get kind of like the best of. And the holiday ones tend to have limited edition shades for blushes and bronzers and even highlights, but they tend to have a traditional ambient lighting powder in some of their most used and most sold shades, which is why there's always dim light and diffused light. Let me know, are you an Hourglass fan? Do you have a favorite Hourglass product? Is there one that you're curious about and want to know a little bit more about? Let me know in the comments down below. If you plan to be picking up any holiday products or ones that you're curious about, let me know down below as well. So thanks for watching today. I'll see you again soon. Bye.